We live? We're live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Not on Facebook yet. There we are. I see us. What's today? Is it Wednesday? Oh, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Real Estate 101. Let me make sure I shared real quick. I did share. Perfect. Guys, we made it. We made it out of 2020. It's a miracle. Well, guys, it's Wednesday, 1 o'clock. Y'all know what that means. It's time for Real Estate 101. We're going to ring in the new year right. So today, let's see. Who do I want to give a shout out to today? I'm going to give a shout out to Larima, our new girl. She has been on top of, been killing it so far. She's going to be dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. She's going to be dangerous.
We found a missing piece.
We did. We really needed a Larima in our life, and Larima showed up at the right time. So once again, we're thankful to have you. Thank you for staying on, all of us, and helping us out. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, don't get mad at her.
Get mad at me, Drew.
So, topic for the day. I feel like we're seeing a little bit more of these. So, why selling your house on your own in 2021 is a bad idea. And we're talking about FSBOs. For sale by owners. Let's see. Who we have on here? I don't see anybody. I guess I'm lagging behind a little bit. It says we have 15 people, but... So,
Brother Noah,
we'll get right into it.
let's roll.
Hello. So, the first thing I have here is I'm having a baby this year. So, whenever you sell your house on your own, no, I'm just playing. We're not going to get into that. So, really, number one I have here is safety is a big priority. And what I mean by that is whenever you're selling your house on your own, you're running everything. You're setting up showings, and a lot of the time it's hard to keep track of everybody who's coming and going out of your house. And we're in the middle of a pandemic, so it's kind of hard to institute what you want going on in your house, whether you want people wearing masks, and another thing is all your personal belongings, especially if you're still in your home, you still have everything, all your expensive valuables, things like that, they're still there. So it's hard to keep track of everybody you have, especially in this market. Whenever you list something, if you got to price correctly and, you're going to have multiple showings day one, and then throughout the whole process. So I feel like safety is a big thing, and keeping track of who come and goes out of your house. Do you believe that's a big thing?
Absolutely.
Everybody?
You probably don't believe it until somebody steals your shit.
Exactly. You don't realize it's coming until it's too late and until it happens, and then now you're trying to track back through all those unknown numbers who you don't have contacted in your phone, and you're trying to realize who stole all my stuff. Or who gave me COVID. But so number one is safety and your personal belongings. I feel like that's a big deal. Number two, I have online strategy is powerful to attract a buyer. So, whenever you may have a Facebook, you may be able to, if you're selling on your own, putting your home on your Facebook, your MySpace. Stuff like that. So, whenever you have a team like we have here, we have so many people on our team that can post out to our Facebook. We have a huge platform that we work out of daily. We have so many leads in there that are looking to buy. So whenever you can take your online platforms and put them together and push out that listing that you have, it's very powerful because you have a lot of buyers in your CRM, on your Facebook, LinkedIn. So whenever you have an agent who's, utilizing all those databases, you're always going to get a lot more showings, a lot more offers, and you're always going to have more people coming to look at your property. So I feel like online strategy is a huge deal, especially Tommy. How do you feel about that online strategy stuff? We know it's one of the most powerful ways to get leads and push out listings.
Well, I obviously believe in it, but I think whenever.
I don't know. I just totally thought out loud right then.
You interrupted me. I was thinking when you were talking about that, whenever you list your home with an agent and it goes on to the RealTrax network, what people really don't understand in our marketplace, how powerful of a tool RealTrax is. In other markets, like there may be cities that have 4 or 5. Imagine if we had three different
Listing agencies?
You imagine that. We've got one all over Middle Tennessee, and if you list with a realtor, you're more than likely probably going to get the exposure of 100 times more than by listing yourself.
They
Absolutely.
integrate with every listing or every website there is out there.
That's what I think about it, Craig.
Well, thank you, Tommy. And I agree. You know, I use RealTrax to I'm on RealTrax 24/7. In the morning, I check the hot sheets. I see what comes out, you know, because I have all these buyers, especially in this seller's market that we have. You know, we have low inventory, so I'm trying to find everything new that's coming on the market daily. And I feel like a lot of the agents are that way too, where I even have notifications set up by RealTrax to whenever I have we got a plane taking off in here. But whenever we have a what's going on? But whenever I have it set up to a certain criteria that whenever it pops up on the market, it sends an email to me. So I get that every day. Number 3. We good?
Everything's
We
okay. All
is well. World War III going on in here right now. But let's see what we got on here.
Hey,
Tom Gavin.
He had a great comment.
You can't sell a home that's a secret. A FSBO is a secret. 100%, Tom. I agree with you. Especially, you know, as Tommy was saying, having RealTrax, that MLS listing service, you know, that's 100%. You're going to be known 100% more.
100 times more.
100 times more.
Maybe more.
Tammy Burton said, "What is going on in there?" Tammy, thank you so much for getting on.
Tell her weatherman's drone was about to fly.
Yeah, weatherman.
We hit the wrong button.
A case of the weatherman. Kendall Gray, how you doing? We miss you in here.
Have you asked people to share, Drew?
Yeah, if y'all could
Ask them
please
again, they forget.
like and share the stream, just please do it for me.
Has the new
I
dude
greatly
shared?
appreciate it. Noah,
You know how to
you
do
liked
it?
and shared?
We got a new guy around here.
Good.
My twin brother, Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott is in the audience today, everybody.
Come up here and throw a football, Dak.
Another thing is negotiations, and this is huge right now in our market. So, you know, whenever you get offers, you know, a lot of the times, depending on how you have your house priced, if it's right, you're going to be getting multiple offers. So, really knowing how to go through contracts and figure out which offer you have is going to be best, and negotiating with that agent before you get those offers as well. So, you know,
Here's something I want to say to this. Common sense does not apply to the real estate profession. And what I mean by that is if you're not in this business every day, you can't justify taking the right offer based off your common sense, because there's so many things that you don't know. We even have contracts that come through that occasionally we miss things on. Mm-hmm. Other agents slip them by. They have so many strategies right now that if you're not in the business, you can easily get fooled into taking the wrong. I don't know if this is on there either, but I don't. If you had a chance to sell a for sale by owner or sell somebody that's listed by an agent, which one would you rather deal with?
I'm going with the one listed by an agent.
Why is it so much harder to work with a FSBO?
It's hard to, you know, one, you know, they're so as Van said, they're emotionally attached to their property.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to make bad decisions.
Yes, and of course they're not going to know, you know, we operate under real estate law, I guess. So
Yeah.
there's so many different things, as you were saying, going into contracts that they won't understand. Then it's pretty much as an agent working a FSBO, it's like you're working both sides of it, because you're not only explaining to your buyer what's going on, you're also having to explain to the seller what you're sending over, and you're having to pick up their slack from them not knowing about the contracts, what's going to be in it. So it's like you're working you're working both sides to hopefully even get a commission if they agree to it. So that's a big one in my eyes. Another one is you won't know if your purchaser is qualified for a mortgage. So, whenever you get these offers, hopefully that, they need a pre-qual letter and everything of that nature. So it's hard to decipher through, of course, once you start getting all these offers, who's actually qualified to even be able to buy. And then let's say you pick the wrong one, they're going through the pre-qualification part, and your house is sitting on the for sale by owner market, and you're not quite sure if they can buy. And then once it falls through, your house has already been on the market for 30 days at that point. So once your house has been sitting on the market that long, you're not going to get as much as exposure as you would, that first week, those first couple of days.
People, when they make the decision, one thing they got to have as a buyer is certainty in the house, the product. And their certainty will drop when they see a house that's been on the market for 30 days. There's no way they're probably going to be able to justify offering you anywhere near full price at that time.
Absolutely.
They're wondering what's wrong with the house.
Well, they know, hey, what's up here?
Especially in this market.
Well, I would say about that as far as we network,
Yeah.
so we know what lenders to avoid. We know what lenders that are great and actually going to handle the deal.
Exactly.
The typical FSBO, they're not going to know what lenders to avoid if they receive a contract by who they're using.
Yeah.
So I think that's another benefit from us.
Absolutely. Because then they'll end up with a rocket mortgage. And good luck. Best of luck to you.
What's the main reason somebody decides to sell a house on their own?
They think they can make more money. And they think it's because the market's so hot, they can list it at a high price. Not, they'll see their Zestimate and they'll throw a for sale by owner sign in their front yard with the Zestimate on there, which, the Zestimate's there for a reason. They're trying to get you to sell. So, it always looks good from that standpoint until you actually dig deep, pull comps, see what's been sold in your area, and go about it that way. Because you're never going to get exactly what that estimate says.
Is there ever going to be a situation where it's smarter to sell through yourself rather than a realtor?
I mean, not unless you have a whole lot of market knowledge, know real estate contracts, have been in real estate, and know a lot about it. But other than that, I don't believe so.
I feel like the number one reason to not sell as a FSBO is the liability. You are
Yes.
more likely to be sued as a
That is
FSBO.
another one I had right here is FSBOing is becoming more difficult from a legal standpoint. So, and by the way, I'm getting a lot of this stuff. Keeping Current Matters is a big website that I use to, keep up with the market, exactly what's going on, especially with, they report a lot on what's going on, people's buying by ages, what's going on with age groups like millennials, baby boomers, stuff like that. So I get a lot of good information from Keeping Current Matters, and I will give them a plug on this because they help me out a lot, even in day-to-day real estate activities. But yes, so they're saying FSBOing is becoming more difficult from a legal standpoint because as we were saying, in these contracts, people selling have no idea exactly what's coming across to them, what it has in it, and especially if they're doing an as-is offer, that can get very hairy.
No inspections.
Yeah, no inspections. That's always.
Fun.
And as a seller, that's really what you want. But that's when it can get very hairy legally.
When knowing the contract could really save you some time and money.
Yeah,
You probably
absolutely.
save the money that you would pay a realtor.
Exactly. So
What's
Let's
the
see.
power of having a
Samantha Kilgore, thank you for getting on here. Good to see you, wifey. Clinton Cawthorn, what's going on, fella? We'll be neighbors here in a little bit. Look forward to sharing Creeks Bend with you. Oh, yeah. Josh Harrell said he'll be out there as well.
Drew, what's the power of listening with an agent or a team such as GTT and so much advertising and promoting that we do for your property? How much faster can a property move with something like that?
Well, one of the last listings that I had, I know Ashley's had a lot of listings here recently. You've got one coming up too, don't you?
I do.
Did that one hit the market?
It did.
It did?
But
Okay.
a perfect example would be Big Eagle.
Big Eagle,
Where
gotcha.
The stats showed it should have stayed on the market for the price range it was in for about 3 months. And with our promotion and videos and things that we do, it's went under contract in 4 days.
And how much? That was 600.
It was 650. Yep.
So a house we had that was 650. As the market stats show, an average inflation rate or whatever that's supposed to be for a house of 650. It's supposed to sit on the market for roughly three months, roughly. But 4 days we had a contract on that one, and I feel like with the power of having a huge database that we have, the way we have leads come in daily to us, and the way we utilize social media, that's a big part of using a team, especially if you're looking to sell your home and get into something pretty quick. You got to. It helps tenfold to have a agent on a team that has a huge database that can help you get the most bang for your buck and help you get the most out of your home. But any questions? Any more questions, anybody? How long have we been going, Van? 16 minutes?
15 minutes there, bud.
We've been flying through this thing. I need to slow down a little bit. Any questions from anyone else? I know, man. I'm running today. Any question? Lorema, you look like you got a question.
So earlier you were talking about the safety. Say, for instance, they're like, well, I already took everything out of my home. It's a home that they're just having there, sitting there. What are still the ups of using, besides the database, and us having the marketing tools?
Yeah.
They could just be like, well, I don't have anything for them to steal, so it's not going to matter.
Well, it's still very beneficial to be able to track everybody who comes and goes out of the home, because there's still stuff that can happen. There's still, break-ins happen all the time, even though, you have, what are they called whenever they come and sit in your house and they don't want to leave? Squatters. Hey, it happens all the time, more than you would ever believe. Squatters will show up and they will not leave. And there's some law, I swear, squatters are protected somehow.
Personal stuff that you have appliances
Yeah.
in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Windows, what
Yes.
they broke a
You
window on accident.
And so it's still good to know how you can track everybody coming and going. Make sure that key's still in the lockbox. Make sure everything's just to pertain to and still in good shape. Well, alrighty, guys. Well, I think that's about it. Anybody?
Good job, Andre.
Yeah.
Carl Farmer said, "What is Supplement Texas?"
Supplements in Texas.
Supplemental taxes.
I got What is Supplement Texas? I have no clue, Carl Farmer, but
That's Weatherman's uncle.
hello, Weatherman's uncle. Thank you for tuning in. But well, that's all I got today. Y'all tune in every Wednesday, 1 o'clock. We'll be doing Real Estate 101. Learn a little bit. Come here. We'd love to see you. Y'all have a great day.
Bye.